There comes a point where you're just tired. Not because you're lazy, not because you gave up, but because you've been trying so hard for so long and nothing seems to move. You keep showing up, doing everything right, but somehow it all still feels stuck. Sound familiar? What if I told you that the problem isn't that you're not trying hard enough, but that you've been trained to believe effort is everything, while trust has been labeled as weakness? Stay with me, because what I'm about to share could change everything. The exhaustion trap, why trying harder fails. You've been conditioned to believe that effort equals worth, that the more you give, the more valuable you become. But here's the dangerous truth. When you give everything and life doesn't respond, it feels personal. It's not about strategy or timing, it feels like a reflection of your value. This is where most people get stuck, confusing motion with meaning, believing that staying busy protects them from disappointment. The Stoic secret: trust vs control. Marcus Aurelius didn't force the world to bend, he bent his mind to meet it. The Stoics understood something we've forgotten. Peace comes not from controlling everything, but from aligning ourselves with life's natural rhythm. Carl Jung said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate." Most of us unconsciously grip every task, every deadline, believing that if we try hard enough, nothing will fall apart. When effort becomes suffering, here's what no one teaches you. Trust isn't passive surrender. Trust is active presence. It requires clarity and courage to say, "I don't know how this will work out, but I no longer need to force it." This isn't weakness. It's a strength most people never touch. Socrates believed the unexamined life is not worth living, and when you examine your patterns of urgency and over-explanation, you realize you've been living in a loop that equates worth with output. The shift from force to flow. Aristotle said, "Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom." Trust starts with knowing who you are when there's nothing to prove. Who are you without the constant striving? Most people never find out because silence feels uncomfortable. But stillness is where recalibration happens, where insight lives. When you stop forcing things just to feel safe, life begins to speak in quiet nudges and unexpected peace. Why trust feels dangerous. If you've spent years believing that pain is the price of progress, then trust will feel like failure. You've tied your identity to the hustle, wrapped your self-worth around discomfort. But what if that tension isn't progress? What if it's misalignment? Jung wrote, "What you resist persists," and many of us resist the very clarity we crave by refusing to slow down and trust the unfolding. The power of letting go. There's power in releasing what doesn't respond to your presence. Hence, There's clarity in walking away from things that only survive on your anxiety. Each time you choose stillness over panic, you reclaim your energy. Each time you choose clarity over chaos, you return to yourself. This is the real work, not grinding yourself into dust, but learning to trust that what's aligned doesn't need to be forced. Practical steps to develop trust. Trust starts in small, quiet ways. Pause before you react. Stop jumping to fix every situation. Begin to say no without guilt, not to be difficult, but because you're finally listening to yourself. Sit with silence, instead of filling it with noise. In that stillness, you'll hear your own voice, the one that doesn't rush or worry, but simply knows. The shift from effort to trust isn't about abandoning your goals. It's about changing how you pursue them. Instead of grinding through life, you begin to flow with it. If this message resonated with you, if you felt something shift as you listened, then you're ready for the next step. Hit that subscribe button. It tells me you're done performing and ready to start transforming. There's another video on your screen right now that will take this journey deeper. Click on it, because something in it might be exactly what you need next. And here's my challenge for you for the next week. Practice the pause. Before you react, before you fix, before you force, just pause. Breathe. Trust that not everything needs your immediate action. Share your experience in the comments below. Your presence here means more than you know. Until next time, stay steady, stay grounded, and remember, peace isn't something you chase. It's something you come home to. Remember to like this video. Share it with someone who needs to hear this message, and subscribe for more life-changing Stoic wisdom. What's your biggest takeaway? Let me know in the comments below.